Thunder fans, Travis Lennox here, joined with Matt Saffold again from the Draft Journal and Thunder manager Shawn Chacon after the final home game of the season. It's a 7-3 W, 2-game sweep over the Spikes here, 5 wins in a row, 9 of 11. Shawn, congrats on a win here, final game at home, getting it done, playing great baseball again, staying hot. Let's go. Thoughts?
Yeah, buddy.
Thoughts?
Thanks for having me again.
Yes, sir.
Long time no see. That was only a few hours ago, it felt like.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, man, the boys did it. Last home game, came out and played really well after a fun game last night. Late one, quick turnaround. They're riding on a hot streak. We're on a heater, you know. So the funny thing is, it isn't even really about, just the winning part. Like, it's just every inning, every game. Like they're trying to have good at bats. The pitches are focused every inning they go out. So it's not this broad scope of like, okay, we got to keep winning. It's the details, and we start talking about little details, take care of little things, one thing at a time. And that's it. When you have good leadership, like this clown behind you over here, like he's, top of the order, middle of the infield. I say it again, like you give your team identity, and we're gritty. So, they don't take anything lightly. Even late in the game that's already won, they're getting out and they're coming in and they're angry about it, and I preach, don't give away anything. I don't care what the score is. If we're losing by 10, don't give away anything, because that's just the way the game's supposed to be played. So I'm proud they came out, did what they said they were going to do, which is get the win here today in the last home game.
Yes, sir.
Speak about Connor Holtz, obviously starting pitching, always starts it off, and then him 6 innings strong, 1-run ball. Yeah, speak about what you said for yourself specifically. I know we kind of just sometimes speak about process, but as a former pitcher yourself, just speak about what you feel like you saw from his stuff and his execution.
Well, Connor's curveball was the first thing we noticed with him when the season first started, the second half. His ability to spin that thing and throw it for strikes is what set him apart. Then he went through this stage where he struggled a little bit only because of command. When we put him in as a starter role, it's a little bit more time for him to dial into his pitching mechanics. Whereas when he was a reliever, it was mostly like let it fly, spin it. But he had to become a pitcher as a starter, and that's what allowed him to get to this point, which you go through 6 innings, you got to be throwing the ball really well. You got to have 3 pitches. You got to have command. And so for him, his curveball, his changeup, the command of his fastball, and being able to throw it with confidence, that's why he's had the success that he's had lately. Today was, as good as I've seen him, man. And he got guys on base, but still was able to pick the guy off too. I mean, and those were things that we talked about from the beginning was, holding runners. Being able to pitch behind in the count, being able to pitch ahead in the count, because a lot of these guys you see get 0-2, and then next thing you know it's 3-2, right? And it's like you got to know how to pitch ahead in the count as well. So we work a lot. We talk a lot about just the philosophy on pitching and how to pitch when you're ahead and stuff like that. And I think ultimately they've just learned that they can be as aggressive in the strikes as they want to be at this level. Any count. So, Connor Holtz's stuff was money today, and he pitched so good. I'm so proud of him,
Yeah, it's awesome. Met Tyler Collins again today. 2 RBI singles in there. Tracked down a lot of balls in center field.
Yeah, he's the firecracker, man. He's the spark. And I feel like we got 3 of them in the lineup when Tucker's in there and Connor's in there. I mean, the energy, Schroeder, like it's just, it goes down the line, bro, where they just, they have this spark. But Tyler is just, he's on another level. And I think teams, I don't think it's ever too late. I won't say that. But I think these teams that we've been playing the last couple weeks, they've taken notice, man. Like he's a force to be reckoned with. He's to be taken seriously at the plate.
They start to come in.
Yeah, you see the infield, like,
the ball comes in and he smacks it right past him. It's just
and that's the thing, because he can hit and he has power. His hands are so good. He's got so much hand speed and bat speed that's kind of what gets him in trouble at the plate, is being out front of balls, But again, plate discipline, his eye for the zone. And then, man, as a manager, his defense is for me, that's number one. Like that, and I
It's
tell him
enjoy
every
to
day, I'm
watch.
like, this is why you're here, okay?
Yeah.
This is why you're playing every day. Yeah, I know you want to hit. You're going to hit. But, like, to stay in the lineup, to be on a team and to be valuable, if you can track balls down in center field like he does, man, I mean, it's a skill, bro. And his speed is just, it's up there. So I'm glad he got some hits today. And I hope, these next 3 games go well for him to continue, what he's doing.
But John Schroeder, that home run is final at bat at home.
Keep saying his name, bruh.
First home run here. It's fourth of the season.
I'm telling you.
Another hit, 2 walks, but ended with a home run there.
I'm telling you, man. In any way he can, he contributes, and he's just finally getting, I think, the hard work reward. Not that you can promise like you get what you put in, but I think he's the example of getting back some of what you put in. And today, his 2-run homer, that was huge.
Yeah.
It was huge. And the score might not look like it, but it was absolutely huge, especially with, Luis Misla coming in and maybe not being as sharp as he would have liked to be, and giving up a run. But John Schroeder, solid.
Non-stolen bases today as a team. Just you spoke about, kind of the spark plugs that you guys have in different guys, and just as of late throughout the streak, seems like you guys been more aggressive with the base pass, more effective in terms of, turning base runners into runs as a result of that. Just speak about how exciting that is to see, for yourself as a manager and see kind of different guys, kind of contribute towards that cause.
I like it because, like I said, with the identity of the team, man, I think a few weeks back we figured out that we're not, the power hitting team. And stuff like that. But, Timmy. All right, bro. You leaving?
Yeah, I'm out.
All right, bro. Travel safe. Good luck, bro.
Thank you.
Hey,
Good luck, man.
Good luck.
Yeah, man. Keep up good work, bro.
Yeah, go on. Beat West Virginia's ass, bro.
I'm gonna try.
I know you are.
Hopefully we don't play like we play here.
Nah, but let them play. Let them play. They'll make you happy. Just let them play, baby. All right, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry to say it.
Anyway, sorry.
No, you
All good.
Get back. What was I talking about?
Your identity,
Oh yeah. So stealing bases, right? So we figured out we had to put pressure on the defense and the pitcher, right? And when we're moving and we got guys getting into scoring position, any pitcher feels that pressure, which in turn can create better, pitches to see for our hitters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just this overall aggressive. I mean, on the defense, you put pressure on them. Eventually, errors happen. And you just create good momentum. Now, there have been times where we had bad base running, right? And but when you have that type of aggressive identity and game plan, that's what's going to happen. And I just think, when it seems like we're, like last night when it was 1-0, 1-0, 1-1, and I'm like, man, you guys, this isn't us. Like, make something happen on the bases. Like, that means, hey, you got to figure out a way on base. So maybe take some pitches, maybe, work the count a bit. But yeah, man, they got the green light. Most of them do. And, I think once you have these guys in the game like that kind of like aggressiveness in the game, it just kind of, it motivates them, man. They like to play that way. So, that's what we do. 9
stolen bases today. The guys got on, they were going.
Yeah,
all
I don't
day.
know how many last night either, but, it's just one of those things. Like these guys, once you recognize who you are, you embrace it, and then you do it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you win. But, again, we getting the W at the end. That's the end result. But they're in the game, and they know what we need to do to be successful. They've all bought into it. So
I was going to ask about CJ Willis. Haven't thought much about him too much. But got to be playing first base this past week. The opportunity. And first couple at bats didn't go his way. So pretty pissed at that strikeout, but then gets 2 hits, hit later on, another hit at the end of the game there. And talk on.
Yeah, he's been struggling a bit just because, he's a big dude. He wants to hit for power so bad, and that's preventing him from being a good contact hitter, which, try to explain to him, hey, man, you want to hit homers, dude, you got to make contact first. But I think him pressing at the plate, and trying to validate, being out there, and I just tell him, like, dude, you're playing. Whether it's by default or not, like, you're playing, bro. Like, so relax, right? You're not going to get pulled because there ain't nobody else to play first base.
Yeah.
So just relax. But frustration with the strike zone, I mean, I'm sure you guys saw it.
It was
pretty bad.
pretty bad. Yeah,
Pretty bad. Pretty bad. So
Like the worst one I've seen.
I mean, dude, TC last night too. One of his at bats.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, it was.
There was one way up
outside.
here and then two way out
Yeah,
there.
way out here.
And I'm like,
outside,
oh my
yeah.
god.
Now, this one was inside on him. Way inside.
Yeah, listen, and he's off the plate too, so that's where he was like,
Yeah.
and I understand it.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I just kind of let him do his thing. When I'm ready, I still got to shower and stuff.
All right, Nick, we should pack everything so we can get back in.
So anyway, I'm like, dude, just relax, or not relax. I go, be pissed off. Go ahead, because you're right. Like I'm not gonna tell him like, nah, because he punched him out on it. I'm like, fuck, dude, like come on, bro. But again, if you stick around long enough with baseball, it does even out, and it will come back around. But that's the key. Like, are you gonna keep your head about you long enough for that next opportunity to come? And I think he did a good job of bouncing back today.
Yeah. Here you go. How was it?
One last question for me. Saw you out in front of before the game. You know, mixing in with some of the staff and personnel that work here, and a lot of people have been speaking highly of you. Know you had a few seasons on your belt as a pitching coach, but this being your first season as manager. Speak about your your experience here in Trenton and just what this season's been like for you overall.
Oh man, it's been all love, bro. Like it's being my fourth season here naturally, like what made everything more comfortable to have or to be manager for the first time, right? So there's so much support here for me. It'd be hard not to have some success and feel good about it. But I just recognize people, man. I see all the people that come here every day, whether it be the stadium workers or the season ticket holders. The Boomer squad, the interns. I mean, Boomer and Cloudman, like those people, like they're embedded in this thing, dude. And you can't listen. The ushers, like, those are old school baseball people that have been here. Yeah. And if you don't recognize that, then you don't understand, right? So for me, I'm like, it ain't just about the players, because they're in and out, bro. Listen, that's not where the soul is. Like, they come in, they play, but the soul of this thing it's all out there. So, I'm out there every day with them, giving them high fives, dapping, like, hey, we're in this shit together, dude. We're on the field, like, you're in it. My loss is your loss, you know what I mean? So, it's just nice to get out there and just, say thank you. Nothing corny, nothing cheesy, but just, thanks, man. Because I know there were times where it was really hard to watch us play, like, but they kept showing up. So, I love it, man. I'll be out there again if I could every day helping out with this organization.
Yeah, it's really awesome. You guys ended strong for the fans here, winning these games. Now you'll head out to Frederick momentarily here soon. Final 3 games, Labor Day weekend here. Play tomorrow, Labor Day, 12 o'clock games. Final 3 games. Now you said 22-19. Record-wise, second half, second place, 37-36 overall now after the win today. So a couple of wins out there. To win 2 out of 3, you'll be over 500 for the season overall. So that kind of mean to you, and just thoughts on the 3 games out there?
As we get closer and we're hovering around it, you can't help, but acknowledge, like, you play to win, right? It's about wins and losses ultimately. But when you're there and you're hovering around, then, of course, man, it's a big deal. Like, you take away what you can from this season, and it's not about what other people think. It's just like when you compete, you want to win more than you lose. So it's a good barometer, I think. And then, I think we can all consider ourselves to have had a successful season regardless. But that certainly validates it if you can finish, above 500.
Sure.
All I got right now. Thanks, Shawn.
Always a pleasure, man.
Yes, sir.
Good luck out in Frederick.
Yeah,
All
man.
3 games. Pleasure, man.
Yeah.